Om Namo Narayanaaya. Om Namo Narayanaaya. Yes, respected friends, welcome you all. Shwethashwathara Upanishad, fourth chapter, last two mantras in which we are praying to Ishvara to forgive us for our follies and bless us with all the abilities, opportunities to us, Adhyatmika, reach out to the ultimate goal. With this fourth chapter ends, two more chapters we have to study, and studying our Upanishads every day is the minimum thing which we can do to keep us reminded about what we have to achieve as our ultimate lakshya. This we all are seeing every day in our own experience that when we come to the class alone, we are reminded of these things, and the moment we go out of the class into the world, only the world and worldliness appears to be important and occupies our whole day. So, to remind us ourselves, to inspire ourselves, to take initiative and to keep moving ahead, this class is the launching pad. Therefore, the like minded, interested spiritual seekers can take this as the most important activity of the day. Friends, here we are doing our five things of Vedic chanting, common sense thought, Mangala Charana Shloka Sankalpa. We also have our Upanishad Mantrocharana and also the Upanishad Mantra Adhyayana with Bhashyam. From today, we'll change the sequence. First, we'll make the Prarthana and Sankalpa, then the Vedic chantings, etc. All these activities are to tune us to the divine only. Take it as a sadhana and make it committed for oneself. And the purpose is to invoke the grace of Parabrahma, Ishwara, Jagannatha, Devatagana, Gurugana, Shastragana, and also to understand and develop all our Vyaktitwas suitable for our better life, outer and inner. Right? So, again, the Vedic chanting, Rigveda, last 10th mandala we are in as the source is available. How many we have done? 12 mantras, 13, 14, 15, 16. Even if more we can do. Let us see how many. Mm-hmm. Minimum 4 we can do. Let us start. Narayana. Om Athaveda Parayanam Rugvedaha Dashamamandalam Trayodasho Mantradarabhyam. Om. See this mantra exactly in Shwethashwathara. Om Yuje Vam Brahma Purvyam Namo Virvishloka Etu Patyeva Surehe Shunvantu Vishwe Amrutasya Putra Aye Dhamani Divyani Tastuho Yame Ivayatamane Yadaitam Pravam Bharanmanusha Devayanta Asidatam Samulokam Vidane Swasaste Bhavatavindave Naha पञ्चपदानि रूपो अन्वरोऽहं चतुष्पदी मन्वेमि व्रतेन अक्षरेण प्रतिमिम एतामृतस्य नाभावधि सम्पुनामि देवेभ्यः कमवृणीत मृत्युं प्रजायै कममृतं नावृणीत बृहस्पतिं यज्ञमकृण्वत ऋषिं प्रियां यमस्तन्वं प्रारिरित्वते पित्रे प्यवीवतनृतम् उभे इदस्योभयस्य राजत उभेयते ते उभयस्य पुष्यतः 14th परेयिवांसं प्रवतो महीरनुबहुभ्यः पन्थामनुपस्पशानम् वैवस्वतं सङ्गमनं जनानां यमं राजानं हविषादुवस्य यमो नो गातुं प्रथमो विवेदनैषा गव्योति नपभर्तवा ओ यत्रा नः पूर्वे पितरः परेयुरेना जज्ञानाः पथ्या अनुस्वाहा मातली कव्यैर्यमो अङ्गिरोभिर्बृहस्पतिर्रुक्वभिर्वावृधानः याश्च देवा ये च देवान् स्वाहान्ये स्वदयान्ये मदन्ते इमं यमप्रस्तरमाहि सीदाङ्गिरोभिः पितृभिः संविधानः आत्वा मन्त्राः कविशस्तावहन्त्वेन राजन् हविषामादयस्व अङ्गिरोभिरागहि यज्ञियेभिर्यमवैरूपैरिहमादयस्व विवस्वन्तं हुवेयः पिता तेऽस्मिन् यज्ञे बर्हिष्या निषद्य अङ्गिरसो नः पितरो नवग्वा अथर्वाणो भृगवः सौम्यासः तेषां वयं सुमतौ यज्ञियानामभि भद्रे सौमनसे स्याम प्रेहि पतिभिः पूर्व्येभिर्यत्राह नः पूर्वे पितरः परेयुः उभाराजानाः स्वदया मदन्ता यमं पश्यासि वरुणं च देवम् सङ्गच्छस्व पितृभिः संयमेनेष्टापूर्तेन परमे व्योमन् हित्वा यावद्यं पुनरस्तमैः सङ्गच्छस्व तन्वा सुवर्चाः अपेतवीतस्पि च सर्पतातोऽस्मा एतं पितरो लोकमक्षन् अहोभिरद्भिरक्तुभिर्व्यक्तं यमो ददत्यावसानमस्मै अतिद्रवसारमेयौ श्वानौ चतुरक्षौ शबलौ साधुना पदा अथा पितॄन् सुविदत्रागम् उपेहि यमेन ये सदमादं मदन्ते यौ ते श्वानौ यमरक्षितारौ चतुरक्षौ पतिरक्षि चक्षसौ ताभ्यामेनं परिदेहि राजन् स्वस्ति चास्मा अनमीवं च धेहि पुरूणसावसुतृपा उदुम्बलौ यमस्य दूतौ शरतौ जनागम् अनु तावस्मभ्यं दृशये सूर्याय पुनर्दातामसु मध्येह भद्रम् यमाय सोमं सुनुत यमाय जुहुता हविः यमं ह यज्ञो गच्छत्यग्निदूतो अलङ्कृतः यमाय कृतवद्धभिर्जुहोत प्रसतिष्ठता स नो देवेष्वायमद्धीर्घमायुः प्रजीवसे यमाय मधुमत्तमं राज्ञे हव्यं जुहोतना इदन्नमऋषिभ्यः पूर्वजेभ्यः पूर्वेभ्यः पथिकृद्भ्यः त्रिकद्रुकेभिः पतति षडुर्वीरेकमिद्बृहदा तिष्ठुब् गायत्री छन्दांसि सर्वाता यम आहिता 15 उदीरतामवर उत्परास उन्मध्यमाः पितरः सौम्यासः असुम्य ईयुरवृकारुतज्ञास्तेनो वन्तु पितरो हवेषु इदं पितृभ्यो नमो अस्त्वद्य ये पूर्वासोय उपरास ईयुः ये पार्थिवे रजस्या निषत्ता ये वा नूनं सुवृजना सुविक्षो आहं पितॄन् सुविद्रत्रागम् अवित्सिनपातं च विक्रमणं च विष्णोः बर्हिषदो ये स्वदया सुतस्य भजन्त पित्वस्त इहागमिष्टाः बर्हिषदः पितर ऊत्यर्वागिमावो हव्या चक्रुमा जुषध्वं तागतावसा शन्तमेनाताः मेनाथा नः संयोररापो दधात उपहूताः पितरः सौम्यासो बर्हिष्येषु निदिषु प्रियेषु त आगमन्तु त इह श्रुवन्त्वधि ब्रुवन्तु ते वन्त्वस्मान् अच्छाजानुदक्षिणतो निषद्येमं यज्ञमभिगृणीत विश्वे माहिंसिष्टपितरः केनचिन्नो यद्व आगः पुरुषता कराम आसीनासो अरुणीनामुपस्थे रयिन्धत्तदाशुषे मर्त्याय पुत्रेभ्यः पितरस्तस्य वस्वः प्रयच्छ तत इहोर्जं दधात येनः पूर्वे पितरः सोम्यासो नो हिरे सोमपीतं वसिष्ठाः तेभिर्यमः सम्रराणो हवीं शुशन्नुषद्भिः प्रतिकावमत्तो एतातृषुर्देवत्रा जेहमानाहोत्राविदः स्तोमतष्टासो अर्कैः अग्नेयाहि आग्नेयाहि सुविदत्रेभिरर्वां सत्यैः कव्यैः पितृभिर्घर्मसद्भिः ये सत्यासो हविरदो हविष्पा इन्द्रेण देवैः सरथन्दनानाः आग्नेयाहि सहस्रं देववन्दैः परैः पूर्वैः पितृभिर्घर्मसद्भिः अग्निश्वत्ताः पितर एह गच्छत सदः सुप्रणीतयः हत्ता हवीं क्षिप्रयतानि बर्हिष्यथा रयिं सर्ववीरं दधातन त्वमग्न ईडितो जातवेदो वाढव्यानि सुरभीणि कृत्वे प्रादाः पितृभ्यः स्वदया ते अक्षन्नद्धि त्वं देव प्रयता हवींषे ये देहपितरो ये च नेहयाश्च विद्मया उचन प्रविद्मः त्वं वेत्तयति ते जातवेदः सदाभिर्यज्ञं सुकृतं जुषस्व ये अग्निदग्धा ये अनग्निदग्धा मध्ये दिवः स्वदया मादयन्ते तेभिः स्वराडसुनीतिमेधां यथा वशं तन्वं कल्पयस्व. One more. 16th one. मैनमग्ने विदहो मा विशोचो मास्य त्वचं चिक्षिपो मा शरीरं यदा श्रुतं कृणवो जातवेदोऽथे मेनं प्रहिणुतात् पितृभ्यः श्रुतं यदा करसि जातवेदोऽथे मेनं परिदत्तात् पितृभ्यः यदा गच्छात्यसुनीतिमेतामथा देवानां वशनीर्भवाति सूर्यं चक्षुर्गच्छतु वातमात्माद्यां च गच्छ पृथिवीं च धर्मणा अपो अपो वा गच्छ यदि तत्र ते हितमोषधीषु प्रतिष्ठा शरीरैः अजो भागस्तपसा तन्तपस्वतन्ते शोचिस्तपदुतन्ते अर्चिः यास्ते शिवास्तन्वो जातवेदा वेदस्ताभिर्वहैनं सुकृतामुलोकम् अवसृज पुनरग्ने पितृभ्यो यस्त आहुतश्चरति स्वदाभिः आयुर्वसा नौपवेतु शेषः सङ्गच्छतां तन्वा जातवेदः यत्ते कृष्णः शकुन आतुतोदपिपीलः सर्पौत वाश्वापदः अग्निश्चद्विश्वादगदं कृणोतु सोमश्चयो ब्राह्मणा आविवेश अग्नेर्वर्म परिगोभिर्व्ययस्वसं प्रोरुष्व पीवसा मेधसा च नेत्वा दृष्टुर्हरसा जर्हृषाणो ददृग्विदक्ष्यन् पर्यङ्कया ते इममग्ने चमसं मा विजिह्वरः प्रियो देवानामुत सौम्यानाम् एष यश्चमसो देवसानस्तस्मिन् देवा अमृतामादयन्ते क्रव्यादमग्निं प्रहिणोमि दूरं यमराग्नो गच्छतु रिप्रवाहः इहैवायमितरो जातवेदा देवेभ्यो हव्यं वहतु प्रजानन् यो अग्निः क्रव्यात्र विवेशवो गृहमिमं पश्यन्नितरं जातवेदसम् तं हरामि पितृयज्ञाय देवं स घर्ममिन्वात् परमे सदस्ते यो अग्निः क्रव्यवाहन पित्रोऽन्यक्षद्रुतावृदः प्रेदुहव्यानि वोचति देवेभ्यश्च पितृभ्यः उशन्तस्त्वा निधीमह्युषं तस्समि धीमहि उशन्नुषद आवह पितॄन् हविषे अत्तवे यन्तमग्ने समदहस्तमुनिर्वावया पुनः निर्वापया पुनः याम्बत्र रोहतु पाकधूर्वाव्यल्कषान् शीतिके शीतिकावते ह्लादिके ह्लादिकावते कृष्ण वासुदेव मण्डूक्या सुसङ्गम इमं स्वग्निं हर्षय ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Wonderful. 4 mantras we could do. Friends, in our today's common sense thought, see, it's a right time for us to think about what we have to be serious in our life. sincere in our life. And for what? Nowadays, every day of ours, every moment of ours is being spent. Is it worthy what we are doing? Or is things there are something greater? Think about it. Now, the basis for thinking this is that the most precious, valuable gift which cannot be, gained again, easily given to us, gifted to us, the human life and the time in it is oozing away. Isn't it? Moment by moment, like the drop of water from the कच्चा गड्ढा. गड्ढा कच्चा है, इसको जलाए नहीं तो एक एक बूंद जाता रहता है. We may say the pot is full, but then boond by boond it is going. Any time it can be emptied. So too is our life. Every day, every month, every week, every year, every moment is going away. And what are we doing? Is that all we can do, or can there be something higher and greater? If yes, then how to go about it? This thinking is the wisest thinking, of which, if we have already done, we are lucky, good, intelligent. If not, at least we can do now. Now look into the day's activities and affairs. If you see, where is our mind engaged in? Where are our thoughts engaged in? For what our time is programmed and what we are involved in. See that? The topics which we discuss, the programs which we involve in, the entertainments and the so called enjoyments for which we are spending our precious, valuable time, is it worthy? Anything you take for one's own maturity, you think. And all this is keeping the spiritual ambitions, aims, goals, sadhanas, progresses in mind. From that drishti we are talking. Those who don't have this drishti, these discussions are meaningless. They can do whatever they want with their life. Anything you take. Hana, let us say the sports aspect. Any sport we spend time in watching, etc. Somebody is playing something, and on the name of entertainment, we are spending precious hours of ours. And what's the outcome? Small little pleasure, and the time is consumed, and we are tired and exhausted. And on the name of, let us say, some movie, etc. What is it happening in that? What is the whole story about? What are the themes about? What are the actions that are happening? What are the dialogues that are going on? Is there any worth in that? Whether it is the humor aspect, whether it is emotion aspect, क्या मतलब है उसका अपनी जिंदगी से? कुछ भी थोड़ा सा भी अपने आध्यात्मिकता का उसका कोई संबंध है क्या? What are the highest sublime Upanishadic truths we are studying in the class? And what are the ridiculous things we are involved in? When we look into the news channels also, what are the news that we are listening? Are they? They should not have happened, first of all. Even if they have happened, we watch them and spoil our minds, pollute our minds. Now we may say, no, no, when we know that we have to be careful about it. To be careful, you have to be intelligent. That is enough. We need not gather all that information and make our antakarna ek kavada ka jaga. Isn't it? But on the name of news, where we go, which country fighting with which, what it has to do with your spirituality, if you are a spiritual seeker. है ना? The political news, the international, the intranational, the fightings, the arrogances, the jealousies, the suppressions, they're all going on. If you're a politician, if you want to excel in those fields, yes, get all that information, update yourself, become intelligent, negotiate, do achieve. But we are spiritual seekers, no? क्या संबंध है उसका इसका? Think and we go through the newspapers. All the things that are happening, which are of no meaning at all, except spoiling our mind. क्या जिंदगी में क्या होता है, क्या होना चाहिए, अभी तक इतना नहीं समझे उम्र आने के बावजूद. That somebody else will have to do tell us, or we have to be informed about all these things. See what we are involving in the entire day. Such a precious human life when it's given to us. And when the greatest, highest, sublime goals are there in front of us for us to perform and achieve. Now come to the people. Who are the people in our life? Are there as friends and relatives? What is their level of spiritual maturity? And what for they come to us and what for we go to them? And what are the interactions happening? Nothing but precipitating either the bhogavasanas or creating the ragadveshas or sharing the unwanted delusionary informations, imaginary informations, projectional informations, meaningless, worthless things. Is it the way the life has to be lived? Then such people, how can they go deep in their studies, deep in their any of the sadhanas, and very sublime in their experiences? See, who should think about all this? Who should become serious about, sincere about in their life? किसके लिए हम सीरियस है आजकल, किसके लिए सिंसियर है? Now come to the enjoyments, then the bhoga adi, the sleeping hours, how many we waste? On the name of going out, how much of energy time we are wasting? On the name of bhoga various types. खाने के लिए दिन भर लगता है, घूमने के लिए दिन भर लगता है हमारा. क्या क्या हम कर रहे हैं with our own life? Is there any slightest of taking the things seriously? The things to be taken? And those which have not to be valued at all, are we not pouring out whatever little time energy we have only for those worthless things? And we claim that we are intelligent and we ask others to accept it. If at all someone accepts us to be good and intelligent, with all this such type of our time and life spent, they are equally stupid people. हमको घूमना चाहिए, मैं मॉल में नहीं जाना चाहिए, मैं अनवांटेड चीज खरीदने के लिए शॉपिंग में जाना चाहिए. पूरे दुनिया में जो हो रहा है सब मुझे ही पता होना है, मुझे ही जाकर देखना है. इज देयर एनीथिंग वर्दी? इज देयर एनीथिंग तत्व इन दैट? इज देयर एनीथिंग दैट व्हिच इज गोइंग टू हेल्प अस इन फ्यूचर? Is it like you gave 10,000 to your children? They have just spent it night and came. काहे को खर्च किया रे? इसलिए they are not able to account. It just spent here and there meaninglessly. So too our life is meaninglessly this way spent, isn't it? And we're so serious and sincere about such a meaningless things. It's so serious for us about our so many things. I don't want to mention all of them. We all know in what we spend the time. Every moment is precious, no? Every ounce of energy is precious, no? And how many of the spiritual things we have to do and achieve? How much is the distance we have to cross spiritually? And whom to blame if we are not doing what we are supposed to do and if we are going on involving in which are meaningless? You call them as duties, you call them as obligations. We justify them and we are emotional, sentimental about it. We copy others, we say it's a prestige in the society. If we don't do that, then we may not be valued by them. अब क्या क्या दिमाग है, ये दिमाग बोलते हैं क्या इसको? In this bargain, where is the mind intellect subtlety? Where are they in our control? Where are they pure? How can they be employed? There's a time energy for us to employ our mind. Bhagavan Sri Rama, have you seen his feet in your meditation? Have you seen his Mukharavinda? Lord Krishna, of him any of the leelas? Have we deeply involved in the contemplation or vicharana? You know, where are we doing all of that? Our Guru, did we do the upasana of him? Seriously, sincerely, at least a few times? Did we do our Shiva Abhisheka? Which of the devatas mantra japa we are doing daily with the heart? अब ये सब नहीं किए तो आध्यात्मिक तो अपने आप थोड़ी होने वाला है क्या? Which of the yoga sadhanas we have understood to at least? What do you mean by the yoga, chittavrti nirodha, how it's achieved through abhyas vairagya? What is abhyas? What's vairagya? Where is the information? Where is the knowledge? Where is it retained? Where is the commitment for it? Is that the way the life has to be misused? बताओ, सोच लो अपने लिए. कौन सा भजन हमने दिल से डेली गाते हैं, कौन सा स्तोत्र हम डेली पढ़ते हैं, कौन सा कीर्तन वी हैव मास्टर्ड, बताओ. Which of the stories of Purana Itihasa which are full of information and inspiration regarding the values, the bhaktis, the jnanas, कौन सा हमको याद है बताओ. Of which Rishi and Mahamunis Upadeshas we remember, their tapasya we are aware of. अब बिना इन सब में इन्वॉल्व होते हुए where will our spiritual growth will be? Where is the regular study of Shastra? Where is the regular manana of the Shastra? Where is the nididhyasanam of it? Where is the Veda mantra ucharana? Jindagi khatam ho rahi hai. Not even one Veda mantra we have by hearted of 3 or 4 lines. बस एक ओम सहना बबतु सहनो भुनत्तु. In that one mantra, कान बंद करना पड़ता है मुझे. In that mantra of some 20-30 letters or 30, you have 20 mistakes only. Mahavidvishavahi, isn't it? One Gayatri mantra we can't chant. One Mrityunjaya Mahamantra properly with Swara we don't know. At least some Pauranic Bhakti mantras. No. And which temple we are visiting regularly and attending the Mangala Arati. Which Mahatmas Satsanga daily we are listening and making our notes. Where are we seriously going into that secluded place and doing our own reflection, introspection, and contemplation? Are we thinking about the status of our Viveka, status of our Vairagya, status of our Sharira and our Tamoguna of Sharira? Are we aware of our Indriyas and how much they are low lupa and how much we are slaves through them to the world? Are we mindful about our own mind? Huh? Where is the purity in the mind? Where is the divinity in that? Where are the tears coming because of the devotion in the mind about our own Ishta Devatas? क्या कर रहे हम बताओ? Where is our intellect? Is it sharpened? Are we doing anything? Do we know what to do? है ना, अब धर्म की सेवा, देश की सेवा, शास्त्र की सेवा, सनातन धर्म की सेवा, ये सारे हमको तो दिखते भी नहीं. Was only artha, money, earn, kama, indulge in that, and whichever the objects, whichever the people which provide us these things, was unhi ke saath. Pashu, absolutely pashu. So this is how the life lived. Where is congratulating thing in that? Where we can feel proud of it. And it's not proud if we claim that we lived life like this. It's arrogance. We need pride, the self-respect, not the घमंड और arrogance कि मेरी मर्जी मैं जैसे जाऊंगा जीऊंगा, ऐसा नहीं होता. The Ishwara has sent us, he has a purpose, outer and inner. If we are not mature to know all of that and work towards it, we won't be given this opportunity again and again. है ना? Where are we doing dharma prachara? बस ऐसे ऐसे बैठे रहते हैं, भोग प्रचार करते रहते. That दिल होता ही नहीं यार. The glory of Gita, so beautiful. Let me spread it to the world around. The glory of Upanishads, let me talk about it. There are 100 ways by which we can serve our Sanatana Dharma. Such a timid fellows we are, such a reckless, careless, irresponsible towards all these things, which are so precious. Each one of them add to our punya, add to our the noble deeds account. And that's what going to decide our future lives. How many of us are thinking that my next life should be better than this spiritually, better than this socially, better than this culturally, better than this even physically? For that, what I have to do now, is it accidental or what? That the things just I imagine and they should happen? कोई जादू चढ़ी नहीं होता इधर. जो चाहिए उसके लिए जो करना है करो तो वही तभी होता है. और जो कर रहे हो, you cannot escape its results. Are we mindful about our mind, kama vasana, krodhadi, bhogadi, dushtata, ragadvesha towards the world? What a pus and negativity we have filled in our hearts. And that's what we are carrying the load. गधे कम से कम बाहर बोझ को ढोते हैं and it is a service and they unload it. We are worse than that. We are doing all the load of unwanted nonsense within our bosom. And we want the gurus to bless us, God to help us. What are we doing to become worthy? है ना? कभी सुबह 4 बजे उठकर नहाकर जब पूजा किए, 6 बजे सूर्य नमस्कार किए क्या? What are we doing, बताओ? Whole day just like that. And we have good number of people who can misguide us in all these things and who can encourage us in all these things. Appreciate us that, अच्छा, you have wasted your day, very good, yeah, मैं भी करता हूँ. And with your old people, alumni meeting and भूले बिसरे गीत. Is there anything worthy? उस समय जो किया था भी बेवकूफी था. Now you remember all that. हम दोनों मिलकर वहां गए थे ना, ये मस्करी की मैं. और बुरा बुरा क्या कर रहे हो? That time only waste that time. Now you are again thinking about it. Where is the mind reins held? Where are the senses, horses controlled? Where is the body chariot maintained? Where the whole chariot is directed towards a definite, useful, beautiful, wonderful, purposeful goal. बताओ, अगर दिमाग काम कर रहा है क्या हमारा कि ये लक्ष्य है, इसके लिए मार्ग है, मुझे इसके लिए अनुक्षण काम करना है, एंड फॉर दैट आई हैव कमांडेड माई सेल्फ कंप्लीटली. Nothing within or without can disturb me. No, no, no. Even making a goal also goal for us. Even if somebody tells ये आपका गोल हो सकता है, आपका हो सकता है, मेरा नहीं. No guru dares to come in front of us and get insulted. पता है उनको इनके पास जाओ तो सरासर वो बेइज्जती करेगा. और कोई गुस्ताखी कर कर भी आते हैं हम गुरु हमारे पास, we have all the weapons of all emotions to deny his entry. What's going on in our life? How can we waste even a moment? अनुक्षणम यत् परिहृत्य कृत्यम, जो कृत्य है उसको परिहार करके छोड़कर अनुक्षणम. हाउ कम यू आर वेस्टिंग इट इन अर्थ एंड काम एंड भोग? कितना शास्त्र पढ़ना है, कितना गंभीर होना है. गंभीर वर्ड अंडरलाइन करो. कितना डीपली इंट्रोस्पेक्शन और कंटेम्पलेशन वी हैव टू डू. And we are blessed every day, you and I, with such a precious, beautiful guidance through so many Shastras. Isn't it? And just for formality, one class we come, है ना, मेरी आत्म शांति के लिए. That's it. Which is our life. We have to love it. We have to value it. We have to aim at making it highest, noblest, divine most. Then that's not accidental. है ना, जैसे किसान एक एक दाने को उगाने के लिए जैसा मेहनत करता है ना, even in our life too, for the what you call seeding of every of the good thoughts, good actions, we have to work hard more than kisan. Vyavasayatmika buddhi. Where are we doing? No energies, no abilities, no initiatives, no inspirations, no readinesses for all the positive. What a lowest life we are in. And we justify all that. We don't want to think. And we have lost, like, for 1,000 years, as we were slaves, gulam, to the dushta rakshasas of these Mughals or Britishers, all that nonsense fellows, we were just gulam only. Even after independence, for the 50, 60 years, we are slaves to those who are eating the country and who are destroying the dharma. Like that inside, slave to Sharira, slave to the Indriyas, to the mind and its all weaknesses. As if we are in coma, as if we are under in an accident and all parts of the body are broken, we are bedridden, or as if we are, what do you call it, as paralyzed. Paralytic people can't do anything. Our personality is paralyzed only. Like Arjuna, hands, legs, every one of them were temporarily paralyzed, that he left his bow and arrow, sat down. Can't hold the bow and arrow, cannot stand up. Body is shivering, there is heat in the sharira, the romanch ho gaya, pura intellect shattered, mind broken, tears from the eyes. Once it happened to Arjuna, he got Krishna advice of Gita and he never entered into that state of coma. And we are never coming out of it. We are always in that. As regards our own life's possibilities, great achievements are concerned. We are talking all from the Adhyatmic Pragati Drishti. Don't tell, no, sir, I'm a very active politician in my society. I am a very active businessman. I advise so many people on so many investments. I'm a great share broker, whatever you call. That is वो संसार हो गया. वही तो बता रहे हैं कि we are wasting our time for the meaningless things. है कोई दिमाग काम कर रहा है क्या? I'm asking myself, not you. What right I have to ask you, बेटा? आप तो सब you are there. I'm asking myself. Let everyone also think like that. That tighten our belts, roll up our sleeves, plan well, thoroughly what to achieve and for that what to do. And we have to succeed in doing what we have to do. Then only we are succeeding, achieving what we have aimed at. हर एक चीज पे हमें कमांड पाकर करने का मौजा उठाना. Enjoy living life fully well, dynamically, for the highest of the purpose, every moment with total commitment and the perfection of performance. Isn't it? There's no time wasted for any maja, maskari, masti. No. That's all immaturity. And even like Hanumanji, Rama Kaju Kine Bino, Moika Vishrama, and there is no end to Rama Karya. Therefore, there is no Vishrama. Then how Hanumanji takes Vishrama? यही बीती कानत सुनत राम कथा पावा अनिर्वाच्य विश्राम. With Vibhishana ji, when he discussed about the divine glory of Lord Rama, with that he got the Vishranti. In that also Bhagavad Smarana only. See that? No, these are all not theory. They have to be made practical. ये कथाएं नहीं और किसी के बारे में नहीं है, हमारी है जिंदगी में, हमें अपने हाथ में लेना है. फिर याद रखो, same thought which we started with repeating, for such a petty, small, meaningless things, enjoyments, people or projects, our precious human life has to be wasted? No. अपना उम्र का भी लिहाज रखो. What is you are now? Is the things which we are doing worthy at this age? Close the doors. Have your minimum things required for survival of food once or twice. Maintain your health through required exercise. And the remaining whole time in pulling the mind from the world and worldliness, in beautifying it, in strengthening it in all its positive values. Fill that mind with the Guru Smarana, with the Ishwara Smarana, the Shastra Shravana, the Shastra Adhyana, Shastra Chintana, Tattva Chintana. No, close the doors, keep on involving in that tapasya. हजारों में लाखों में जप करो. Study every day 100 stotras. Forget the sleep. Forget everything else around. This is how the yogis are made. The siddhas are made. The jivan muktas are made. The jnanis are made. Not the way which we are. You know, what we are doing is that any one of them worthy. Think about it. And who can do it for us? We only have to. हम इतने शास्त्र पढ़ने के बाद हमें कौन समझा सकता है? क्या जरूरत है? हमारा कल तो अब तक कभी का खोलना चाहिए था. It's our life. It's our duty to make it worthy to claim that I have done well. है ना? Then we become an example to others. That's a byproduct. We can also be example, bad example for others. यद्यदाचरते श्रेष्ठः तत्तदेव इतरो जनः स यत् प्रमाणं कुरुते लोकः तदनुवर्तते. So therefore, to make it simple, take the granthas 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next 1 year, I will study them. Take the stotras 1, 2, 3, 4, 20. Next 1 year, I will master them. Take the japa of the Lord 20 mantras. Each of them 2 lakhs I will do for the next 1 year. Decide your timing for your exercise to keep the body fit. And then the most important thing is of the Shastra, Manana, Chintana and Dhyana. Ultimate is that only through Dhyana that we become subtler, deeper, introvert. Pratyak means reach nearer and nearer to the self. And never say, I cannot do them. I can do, I shall do, I will do. That's it. Whichever the demons that are there in us, which demoralize, which weaken us, which distract us, shoot them. मार डालो बस उनको. Poison कर दो. Isn't it? They are poisoning our inspirations. They are poisoning our great possibilities. They are not allowing us to stand. है ना, संतों के सामने भगवान के इज्जत से खड़ा होना है ना हमको कि हमने ये करके दिखाया. So, whatever that are there obstructing me, we can conquer them. We can get out of them. We can reject. Those who said we can and we will alone have done and achieved. Those who said I can't, ever I will not, ever I'll live life like this only, who are you to ask? मेरी जिंदगी इसको तबाह करने का सारा हक मेरा है. अब तथास्तु कहने को मजबूर कर रहे हो. So today's thought it is what we are serious and sincere about. The sublime or the ridiculous. Think. Om, 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 Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Hunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo. Om Yerime Gurubhi Purvam. Om Shankaram Shankaracharyam. Om Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam. Om Shruti Smriti Purananam. Om Guru Pungava Pungava Ketanate. Samataamayatam nahi kopi sudhihi. Sharanagata Vatsala Tatvanide. Bhava Shankara Deshikame Sharanam. Om Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim. Dvandvatītam gagana sadrusham tattvamasya lakšyam एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्म से विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थम सनातन धर्म संस्थापकानां बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न निर्मूलन पूर्वक नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिवकृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति देश निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापनादीना द्वारा भारत दर्शस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न शाश्वत समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हैन्दव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसम्प्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायामागतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्म सुदिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम् अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम नित्यानंदं निराधारं निखिलाधारम् अव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकंठं नमाम्यहं। पारायणार्थे अथ तृतीयोऽध्यायः, थर्ड चैप्टर। Let us chant from the mantra 16. ॐ सर्वतः पाणिपादं तथा सर्वतोक्षिशिरोमुखं सर्वतः श्रुतिमल्लोके सर्वमावृत्य तिष्ठति सर्वेन्द्रियगुणाभासं सर्वेन्द्रियविवर्जितं सर्वस्य प्रभुमीशानं सर्वस्य शरणं बृहतो नवद्वारे पुरे देहि हंसो लेलायते बहिः वशी सर्वस्य लोकस्य स्थावरस्य चरस्य च अपाणिपादो जवनो गृहीता पश्यत्य चक्षुः स शृणोत्यकर्णः स वेत्ति वेद्यं न च तस्यास्ति वेत्ता तमाहुरग्र्यं पुरुषं महान्तम् अणोरणीयान् महतो महीयान् आत्मा गुहायां निहितोऽस्य जन्तोः तमक्रतुं पश्यति वीतशोकः धातु प्रसादान् महिमानमीशं वेदाहमेतमजरं पुराणं सर्वात्मानं सर्वगतं विभुत्वाद् जन्मनिरोधं प्रवदन्ति यस्य ब्रह्मवादिनो हि प्रवदन्ति नित्यम्। Yeah, the 21st मंत्र प्रार्थना मंत्र। परमेश्वर का स्तवन एंड प्रार्थना। इदानीं तत्प्रसादात् एव इष्ट प्राप्ति अनिष्ट परिहारौ इति मत्वा तमेव परमेश्वरं प्रार्थयते मंत्रद्वयेन। See, these three departments in our life has to be thoroughly understood and mutually integrated. For that, the required maturity of our understanding we must have. The department one of our serving the world outside according to the requirement in our dharma. Second is the department of the invoking the all in all powerful divinity through devotion, devotional practices. That department has its own importance and value. And then the third department of our own personal efforts, both of controlling all our faculties through Viveka, Vairagya, Shamadama, and then our own efforts of Tattva Shastra, Shravana, Manana, Chintan. तीनों डिपार्टमेंट्स, तीनों क्वार्टर्स, तीनों का आवश्यकता है। और तीनों में जब कंपटीशन होती है तो हाईएस्ट इज आवर ओन साधना, सेकंड इज आवर डिवोशन, थर्ड इज आवर सर्विस टू वर्ल्ड. Let in no time of our life we should have any confusion regarding what is important at what time and what is to be done. All this training is what we get under the Guru when we are at his feet. है ना, सदगुरु मिल जाए हमारे जीवन में, हम उनको शरणागत हो जाए, उनसे इन सारे परिपक्वताओं को सीखे. Right? So here Though the Atma Vidya, Brahma Vidya is spoken so far, here for us the Anishta Parihara is samsara should go away. The Ishta Prapti is we have to have the Atma Anubhuti, Brahma Anubhuti. They are possible by the Paramatma's Kripa. Therefore, he is worshipped. Right? This mantra comes everywhere. First of all, in Puranas, in Shruti Smriti Granthas, vividly it is said that both Samrakshana, Bhukti and Mukti, all of them were obtained by the Ishwara Kripa. Hundreds of thousands and lakhs of Puranic stories we can see. So many of them cannot be jhoot. इतने सारे झूठ नहीं हो सकते सारे, isn't it? How many? All of them cannot be jhoot. So definitely there were bhaktas like Prahladas, Markandeyas, who could have darshan of Narayana Shiva and they were blessed with bhukti mukti. Second is the Smriti Granthas vividly speak to us, like the Gita Adi, which are again the words of the Lord. Isn't it? Didn't he say, Mam evaye prapadyante maya metam taranti? Didn't he say, Manmanabha madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru? Mame vaishyasi yuktvayo atmana matparayanaha? Didn't he say, Mat karmakrut mat paramaha madbhakta sangavarjitaha nirvairaha sarvabhuteshu sarva mamedi pandava? And such a beautiful mantra in 18th chapter. Ishwaraha sarvabhutanam hruddeshe arjuna tishtati brahmen sarvabhutani yantrarudan maya tameva sharanam gaccha sarvabhavena tat prasadat param shantim sthanam prapsati shashvatam. And again in the same tone sequence में सर्वधर्मान परित्यज्य माम एकम शरणम व्रज अहं त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि. These are all our Smriti Gita, the authority that we need the Ishwara Kripa, but that we need to serve worship him. Dekho, when you study the Upanishads, Vedantas like that of Mandukyadi, where we talk about the Jagat Mithyatva, it has its own highest sacred position, uncompromising. At the very same time, when we are at our own level of upadhis and we are weak and less energetic or powerful or resourceful, we need to invoke the more energies and resources from more powerful, that more powerful is Samashti, him whom we call as Ishwara. Come to Upanishads themselves. Not only here, how many of the Upanishads? Didn't we see in Kaivalya Upanishad? Uma Sahayam Parameshwaram Prabhum Trilosanam Neelakantam Prashantam Dhyatva Munir Gacchati Bhutayonim Samasta Sakshim Sadasadvitiyam. Uma Sahayam Parameshwaram Prabhum Trilosanam Neelakantam Prashantam Dhyatva. Didn't we see that in that Upanishad? And in how many of the Upanishads it is said? In Katha Upanishad, we have seen same word here. What is being used here by what? Don't we see that Dhatu Prasadat Mahimanam Atmanaha? Karke, how many times it has came? It has come. Dhatu Prasadat Mahimanam Atmana. And the most beautiful one is in the Katha Upanishads, where it is said कि दृश्य about the Paramatma, Yameva Ishavrunate Tena Labhya. Yameva Yam Sadhakam Eva Eshaha Paramatma Vrunute Tena Labhya. Tasya Esha Atma Swam Tanum Vrunute. There's no higher authority than this to accept that only when we are selected by the reality that the reality reveals to us. Same thing in a sweet manner said in Tulsi Ramayana by Tulsidas ji. Swai janata jai devu janai. Only he knows whom the Lord chooses to reveal. And there we have to sacrifice ourselves to know the Lord, because at that level of knowing the Lord ultimately, we cannot be other than him. Therefore, janata tumahi hoi jai. So, what we are discussing here is at our level of Jiva Bhava with struggles with the limitations of Upadhi, the Ishvara Prasada is required. Therefore, Tat Prasadat eva Ishta Prapti Anishta Pariharaha. Yasya Deve Parabha, in this Upanishad, last mantra. Yasya Deve Parabhakti Yatha Deve Tatha Guru. The ones who have got the extreme ultimate devotion to the Ishtadeva, and same amount of devotion to Guru. Yatha Deve Tatha Guru. Tasya Mahatmana, only to that person. Ete Katita hi Arthaha Prakashante. He verily, Ete Katita Arthaha, the Upanishad with all their meanings, Prakashante, they are revealed. So these are all we are telling as an explanation to Bhagavan Sri Adi Shankara's Sambandha Bhashya, wherein he says, Tat Prasadat Eva Ishta Prapti Anishta Pariharaha. Ishta is Sukha, Anishta is Dukkha. So Sukha Prapti, Dukkha Parihara. So Moksha Prapti, Bandhana Parihara. So idanim tat prasadat eva ishta prapti and anishta pariharo iti matva, having known this very clearly, tameva parameshwaram prarthayate mantradvayena. Through last two mantras, that Parameshwara is being praised or worshipped or requested or prayed. Mantradrayena tameva paramatmanam parameshwaram prarthayate. So हम हमारे कॉमन सेंस थॉट्स में often we see it. Sankalpa, yesterday also we saw. Every of our Upanishads start with the Shanti mantras in which there is prarthana only. Is not the mantra Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinav Adhitamastu Ma Vidvisha. Is it not a prarthana? Tatcham Yora Vruni Mahe, is it not a prarthana? Shanno Mitra Shamvar is a clear prarthana. है ना? भद्रम करने भी शृणुयाम देवा प्रार्थना. यश्चंदसाम वृषभो विश्वरूपः स प्रार्थना. आप्यायन्तु ममांगानि, it is a प्रार्थना. नमो वाचेया चोदिताया चानुदिता. Everything is prayer only. Everything is invocation of divine kripa. Wow, see that? And we follow the Vedas. Vedas are authority. In all of them, the entire phenomenal devatas are worshipped. Beauty of life. Just because we're studying Vedanta, where we talk about Ekamevadya Brahmanena Nasti Kinchana, it's true, it's ultimate. That is the goal of ours. When we reach that, there is no Jiva, there is no Jagat, there is no Ishwara. Yes, absolutely. That is what we are all aiming at. That's what for we are studying our Shastras, Upanishads. इसमें थोड़ा भी compromise नहीं है. Keeping that as ultimate goal intact, at our level of sadhana, we need the guidance from the Guru required, help from the word required, blessings from the Lord required, effort from ourselves required. All four are. Swaprayatna, the madad from other people, then Margadarshan from the Guru, Krupanugraha from Ishwara. Then only we grow. Never have any iota of doubt also in these things, and be masters of doing all this. My own efforts, I am master of. I am intelligent enough, egolessly, to take the help from the world around. And I am surrendered to the Guru to really guide me. And I am a great devotee with all my upasanas to invoke the Ishwara Anugraha. In fact, in modern world, for one to get the Sukha Bhoga, for one to get out of all dukkhas, and for one to progress spiritually, what is most essentially required, called as the Ishwara Kripa, we are missing. There are only two categories of people. One, those are never worshipping Ishvara. Second, those are worshipping but not with proper paddhati. That's why the kripa is not coming. Therefore, at the individual level also we are suffering inside and outside. And we can see the society also suffering because of the natural calamities, mutual wars, all of them. We are missing genuinely the art of invoking divine grace. बस जाकर मंदिर घूमने से वो नहीं होता. अब in some books what is read, भगवान का एक बार नाम ले लो सब कुछ होता है. They are all अर्थवाद. Only to tell us that you start doing it, like it was there in Gita. Salpamapi asya dharmasya anushtitam mahatah bhayat trayate. It's only जैसे बच्चों को कहते हैं ना थोड़ा सा ही दवा ये थोड़ा ही ले लो करके थोड़ा थोड़ा उसको देते हैं. No, if that's the case, then how come the rishis and bhaktas of the whole for 10,000 years they sat for the tapasya, it is said. एक बार नाम ले लो हो जाता है. ये अर्थवाद है. अब ले लो ओम नमः शिवाय क्या हुआ? You have to be practical also. You have to show. What it means is your final taking in the name of Lord Shiva or Rama will liberate you. For that final taking to give you liberation, before that, for thousands of times or millions of times, for years together, you have to go on preparing. It's like the car on kiya, चाबी और गियर डाली, क्लच छोड़ा, ब्रेक छोड़ा, एक्सीलेटर दबाई, गाड़ी चली. It is as easy as it is we think. No. Before that, right from the one who conceived the idea of car with petrol, and the ones who have discovered the engine, and the ones who have assembled the whole car, ये सारा होने के बाद आप बैठकर चाबी घुमाओ और गाड़ी चलो. In the same way, in that case of car, somebody can make a gadi, you can learn and घुमाओ चलाओ. In our personal spiritual life, और हमारे लिए कोई गाड़ी नहीं बनाता, स्वयं को बनाना होता. By taking the help of the God and all. Right, friends? एक बार नाम लेने से नहीं, निष्ठा से उपासना करो. So that's why this mantra, ईश्वर अनुग्रहादेव पुंसाम अद्वैत वासना दुर्लभम त्रयमेवैतद् देवानुग्रह हेतुकम मनुष्यत्व मुमुक्षुत्व महापुरुष संश्रयः. See that Viveka Chudamani like Granthas, Shankara Bhagavan starts with this only. Here, most of his texts, तत्वबोध कहो, आत्मबोध कहो, विवेक, भगवान का नाम लेकर ही शुरू होते. वासुदेवेंद्र योगेंद्रम तत्वा, you know that. So, ishta prapti and ishta parihara are only by tat prasad. Therefore, tameva parameshwaram prarthete mantra dvayena. Through mantras that prarthana is कृष्ण वासुदेव. एक बात यहाँ कहकर और मंत्रोच्चारण में हम जाते हैं कि our self-effort should not create so much arrogance in us that we forget the need of the krupa and blessing of the Lord. So too, our dependency on the Lord through prayers, etc., should not go beyond limit so much that we forget we have to put our own efforts also. Confused nahi hona, darna mat. Don't feel the heaviness or the load. Understand and accept that our effort and His grace are complementary to each other. Both are required. The ones who have adopted one, that I will do everything, arrogant, never pray to the Lord, they also lost. And those who are begging the Lord and just waiting for Him, themselves doing nothing, they also have lost. The wisdom and intelligence is invoke the grace and do your best. Mahamanusmara and Yudhyacha. Bhagavan said both in Gita. मेरा स्मरण करो और युद्ध भी करो. 8th chapter में कहते. All the three things, the 3D you have to learn in life. Dawa, dua or dimag. Dawa, you have to take all the outer precautions. Dua is you have to pray and invoke the grace of God. And dimag, use your intellect also. Intelligently plan well and act. Right? So balance between Purushartha and Prarthana. Dekho. All the doubts in this regard will go away. when we become pure hearted, when our Shraddha increases, and when we act accordingly. You know that great Mahatma saying, work while working as if everything depends on you. After working, pray to the Lord in such a manner that everything depends on the Lord. Isn't it? Not the other way around. At the time of work, don't pray to the Lord. At the time of the prayer, don't work. Work while you work and pray while you pray. That is the way to be happy every day. कर्म के समय कर्म, प्रार्थना के समय प्रार्थना, उपासना के समय उपासना, ध्यान के समय ध्यान. May we all have that maturity of clarity of all this, convinced, and the real convictions come when we start doing. There is no better conviction than gained through practical experience of practicing. So, what is the prarthana in the first mantra? Can we chant today? Om Ajata Ityevam Kaschit Bhiruhu Prapadyate Rudrayatte Dakshinam Mukham Tena Mam Pahi Nityam. Again, Ajata Ityevam Kaschit Bhiruhu Prapadyate रुद्रयक्ते दक्षिणम मुखम तेन माम पाहि नित्यम. देखो, भाष्य के साथ ये मंत्र 3 दिन पढ़ाऊंगा मैं. बिकॉज सो मच इज देयर इन द कंटेंट. But the literal meaning of word by word we will see today in next 2 minutes. It has got 4 parts. This mantra. First mantra is recognition of the Lord and His glory. All of them are hinted at only little, not told elaborately. Second shloka में our position is set. Second portion. Third portion में prayer and surrender is done. Fourth में request is made to the Lord what we want from Him. Right? The first one is the glory of the Lord. What is the Lord's glory? Ajata iti evam. Who is the Lord? Ajata. In that one word, all we have to include. One, the Janmadi Vikara Rahita Paramatma. Two, Satchidananda Rupa Paramatma. Three, the one who has the entire power called as Maya under your control, that Paramatma, because of which the one who is not only doing Srishti Sthiti Laya, but at the Kala of the Sthiti Kala, he is the one who is giving the phala to the karma of all jivas, punya ho, papa ho ya, क्या कहते हैं साधना हो. All of that is included in this one word, Ajata Ityeva. That is about the Lord's glory. Second line, our position. What is our position? Kaschit bhiruhu. Darpok. In this word again, all understood. That we have plenty of vasanas, we have ignorances, we have arrogance, we have identification upadhis, we have slavery to the world around, of the Shabda Sparsha Adi. So we tried our best, we could not do anything, therefore we are frightened. All of that is called bhiru. And who is that? Not anybody, me. Though the mantra says Kaschit Bhiru Prapadyate. कोई बंदा परमात्मा को ऐसा जानकर और अपने आप को ऐसे डरपोक मानकर भगवान से प्रपद्यते शरणागत होता है. Though it is said as if somebody is doing it, it is for ourselves. That's why in Vivek Chudavana Ityadi, the Shankara Bhagavan demonstrates. Here, the Guru is approached by the disciple, there in the Vivek Chudavana. And the disciple surrenders the Guru. Durvara samsara davagni dodhuyamanam duradrushtavataihi bhitam prapannam paripahi mrutyoho sharanyamanyadhyadaham na jane. So this is how the kaschit bhiru prapadyate. Bhayankara rupena, that samsara dukkha is explained there, then I am going through that. I am surrendering to you. दुर्वार संसार दवाग्नि तप्तम. संसार नामक दावाग्नि में मैं जल रहा हूं. दो धूयमानम मेरुगुत्ता, क्या ना, रोटी को उल्टा सीधा करते हैं ना, दुरदृष्टवातै, the winds of misfortune are tormenting me. Bhitam, prapannam, I am frightened, I am surrendered to you. Paripahi, please protect me. That shloka of Shankara is from this authority. Because Pahi Shabd idhar bhi hai. Same in his writings of all bhakti writings of Shankara. Mainly, if you see that, Lakshmi Nrsimha Karavalamba Stotram Ityadi. Powerful it is. So, Kaschit Bhiruhu Prapadyate means a person who is tired, fatigued, exhausted, finding no way out, he is surrendering. And the best example is Arjuna. Kaschit Bhiruhu, he is frightened, he is sweating, he is really weakened at all levels of personality. He has done Sharanagati. Prapadyate means the word used by Arjuna. Shadi mam tvam prapannam. The prapatti. So we are giving explanation, we are giving examples. So Ajata Ityevam is the greatness of the Lord. Kashit Bhiru Prapadyate is the position of the individual, helpless. Now he is surrendering to the Lord. In surrender, there is prarthana and there is asking from him something. What is the prarthana? It is this. Rudra yatate dakshinam mukham. The prarthana is, O Lord, look at me with your Dakshinabhimukha face. Means here the Dakshinamurti Paramatma is being prayed. Shiva in the roop of Dakshinamurti. That on the basis of this only, again Adi Shankara gave us the Dakshinamurti Stotra. Tasmai Shri Gurumurti Namaidam Shri Dakshinamurti. One of the topmost stotra. That one stotra with meaning and if possible, Manas Ullas of Sureshwara, if somebody can study master, enough for prarthana, enough for dhyana also. Both Dakshinamurti Stotram and Ashtakam. Stotram Mauna Vyakya Prakadita Parabrahma Tattvamivanam Varshishthante Vasadrushiganairavrtam Brahmanishtai Acharyendram Karakarita Chinmudram Rupam Svatma Ramam Mudita Vadanam Dakshinamurti Mide. Then the next four shlokas. पटविट विसमीपे भूमिभागे निषण्णं सकल मुनिजनानां ज्ञानदातारमारा त्रिभुवन गुरुमीशं दक्षिणामूर्तिदेवं जननमरण दुःखच्छेददक्षं नमामि चित्रमठ सरोर्मूले वृद्धा शिष्या गुरुरिवा गुरोस्तु मौनं व्याख्यानं शिष्यास्तु छिन्न संशयाः निधे सर्वविद्यानां विषये भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्ते नमः. Daily we chant it. ओम नमः प्रणवार्ताय शुद्ध ज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशांताय दक्षिणामूर्ते नमः. ईश्वर गुरुरात्मेति मूर्ति भेद विभागने व्योमद्व्याप्त देहाय दक्षिणामूर्ते नमः. These are all called stotra. Then the ashtakam, the 8 mantras, and then beautiful falashruti. विश्वं दर्पण दुष्यमान नगरी तुल्यं निजान्तर्गतं पश्यन्नात्मन्मायाम हिरिवोद्भूतमिथा निद्रया यस्साक्षात् कुरुते प्रबोध समये स्वात्मानमेवाद्वयं तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्ते नमः. इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये. बीजस्यान्तरिवाङ्कुरो जगदिदं प्राङ् निर्विकल्पं पुनः माया कल्पितदेशकालकलना वैचित्र्य चित्रीकृतं मायावीव विजृम्भयत्यपि महायोगी वै स्वेच्छया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः. इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये. यस्यैव स्फुरणं सदात्मकं सत्कल्पार्थकं भासते साक्षात् तत्त्वमसीति वेदवचसा यो बोधयत्याश्रितान् यस्साक्षात्करणात् भवेन्न पुनरावृत्तिर्भवां भवनिधौ तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः. इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये. नानाच्छिद्रगडोदरस्थितमहादीपप्रभाभास्वरं ज्ञानं यस्सु चक्षुरादिकरणद्वारा बहिस्पन्दते जानामीति तमेव भान्तमनुभाति एतत्समस्तं जगत् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः. इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये. है ना. देहं प्राणमपि इन्द्रियाणि विचलां बुद्धिं च शून्यं विदो स्त्रीबालान्दजडोपमास्त्वमिति भ्रान्तावृषं वादिनः मायाशक्तिविलासकल्पितमहाव्यामोहसंहारिणे तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः. इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये. राहुग्रस्तदिवाकरेन्दुसदृशः मायासमाच्छादनात् तन्मात्रः करणोपसंहरणता यो भूत् सुषुप्तः पुमान् प्रागस्वाप्समिति प्रबोधसमये प्रत्यविज्ञायते. That pratyavijna word explained in Manasollasa. तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्ते नमः. इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये. बाल्यादिष्वपि जाग्रदादिषु तदा सर्वास्वस्थास्वपि व्यावृत्तास्वनुवर्तमानमहतीत्यन्तःस्फुरन्तं सदा स्वात्मानं प्रकटीकरोति भजतां यो भद्रया मुद्रया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्ते नमः श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये विश्वं पश्यति कार्यकारणतया स्वस्वान् सम्बन्धतः शिष्याचार्यतया तथैव पितृपुत्राध्यात्मना भेदतः स्वप्ने जागृति वा येष पुरुषः माया परिभ्रामितः तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्ते नमः श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये ऊरम्बां सनलो निलोम्बरमहर्नाथो हिमांशु पुमान् इत्याभाति चराचरात्मकमिदं यस्यैव मूर्त्यष्टकं नान्यत् किञ्चन विद्यते विमृशताम् यस्मात् परस्मात् विभोः तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्ते नमः श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये सर्वात्मत्वमिति स्फुटीकृतमिदं यस्मादमुष्मिन् स्तवे तेनास्य श्रवणात् तदर्थवर्णनात् ध्यानात् च संकीर्तनात् सर्वात्मत्व महाविभूतिसहितं स्यादीश्वरत्व पुनः सिद्ध्येतत् पुनरष्टलाभरणतं च ऐश्वर्यम् अव्याहतम्. Just started, why stop in between करके. Today's Shivaratri, Maasa Shivaratri also. So we just chanted the whole thing. So that Dakshinamurti Stotra में यही है. शिव जी दक्षिणा शेमशी प्रोक्ता. So here Rudra Yatte Dakshinam Mukham. To explain that Dakshina Mukham, the whole Dakshinamurti Stotra we chanted. And the Ashtakam also. So Rudra Yatte Dakshina Mukham, the third portion. First portion is Ajatityevam, the glory of the Lord. Kaschit Bhiru Prapadyate is our position. Then Rudra Yatte Dakshina Mukham is Stuti, etc. Then Prarthana and Mang kya hai unse? Tena Mam Pahi Nityam. See, eternally you protect me with your Dakshina Mukha. What is the meaning of that? How can the Lord protect us eternally? Only by one way, by lifting us to the experience of the eternal. There is no other way. So this is one of the beautiful, complete Prarthana mantra. And the Bhashya of it is very beautiful. Especially the Kaschit Bhiruhu Shabda, Shabda as Bhagavan Shankara explains. It's wonderful it is. So let us spend time tomorrow in trying to study it. Then we'll be left with last mantra. Manastoge Tane Mana Aishimano Ghoshmano Ashveshur Irija Viran Mano Rudrabamito Vadir Vishmunto Namasa Videmate Arate Gognoto Vurshegne Khet Viraya Sunamasmete Astu Rakshachano Aditeva Buridana Sharma Echat Vivarha स्तुहि श्रुतं गर्तसदं युवानं मृगन्न भीम भुवत् मुग्रं रुडाचरित्रे रुद्धस्तवानो अन्यन्ते अस्मिन् सेनाः. In the Namaka Prashna also this comes in the end, isn't it? And yesterday also in either this Rigveda mantra it has come, or maybe in my next class we were doing the Taittiriya Brahmana. In that I think it has come. Same mantra. Manastoke tanaye mana ayushimano goshumano ashvesho ririsha. Ririsha means killing. So don't kill me, don't kill my children, don't kill my animal property, whatever I have. That will be the last mantra. It has its own indicative meaning. We'll study that. But before that, this mantra. So present yourself by making it convenient, because convenience is by choice, not by outer habit. If you are willing, you can make everything convenient, including this class. If the willingness is not there, never it's convenient for us to be spiritual. Om, 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 Purnamada Purnamidam, Purnat Purnamudachyate, Purnasya Purnamadaya, Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Paramarshibhyo Parabrahmane Shruti Matre Namaha. Om Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Friends, join for Gita study 20 minutes.